Cocoa farming creates new opportunities. NFA to submit annual report to Parliament this year. And first female interpreter in the Legislative Council passes on. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Nicole Rama. Thank you for joining us. Susan Hilan Sikot Porashimit, the first female interpreter in the Legislative Council and the only female member of the famous Bully Beef Club, passed on today at a residence at Dobell Coffee Plantation in Mount Hagen. The late Hilan has never led a gender in the rap path. She was the only female in the original Bully Beef Club and the first female student in Stage 2 class in 1963 at the Administration College, now known as the Samara Institute of Leadership and Governance. Hilan was also the first female interpreter in the Legislative Council, working as simultaneous interpreter from English to Tok Pisin and Motu in 1964 at the House of Assembly. Apart from setting the record as the mere female in the public servant arena, late Hilan actively played soccer, basketball and hockey in her early days. Having obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree at the University of Papua New Guinea in 1983, Hilan stated in her CV that her main interests were political science, public policy and public administration. During Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary, Hilan was recognized for the first time, where her memories were displayed during a time of political advocacy days from the Papua Besana movement. At the age of 82, Hilan passed on at her family's Dobell Coffee Plantation residence in Mount Hagen, Western Highlands Province. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News. A cocoa farming initiative in Kamusi is creating new opportunities for local communities, despite challenges faced during project implementation.
Rex Wunum, a project officer for the PNG Forest Authority in Guavi LLG, Delta Fly District Western Province, has led a cocoa project in Kamusi since 2022, giving an update on its progress. He highlighted the project's progress since its start.
Cocoa project in Kamusi, it started around 2023. Why this project was started? Because the logging operation is winding down, so what's the next option or the next plan for us as landowners? Our economy here was heavily dependent on logging, but due to the current situation, we have to find an alternative to sustain ourselves economically. With that thought, I started this project in 2023.
He also noted on the current capacity of the project.
Current capacity is, this nursery is 17,000 seedlings. Out of that 17,000, I brought in some seeds from Buka, Medeng, and some seeds from Tabilo, Cocoa Board Seed Center, Seed Garden, hybrid seeds. With that, also brought in some 18 clone varieties and established a Badwood Garden. 1 year, 6 months time, then we'll start doing cloning and budding, graft and bud to produce clones.
Meanwhile, he shared some challenges faced along the way.
Cocoa is a very new cash crop here. The concept it's a new concept to them. Long time come, and people have been involved in logging tasol. The logging here is 30 plus years, so no other cash crop or no other economic activity. Cocoa come first now. Prior to cocoa, there was vanilla. Vanilla was introduced, but unfortunately, the market been bagar up now. All man been lose interest for vanilla. So time cocoa come in, even ka plenty this criticism or kind all man been amamas log this lawok. They said we did vanilla. Vanilla didn't work out, and now cocoa came in. Where's the market? We might like pambla hard again log this lawok.
He says community interest has grown in Kamusi and other villages along the highway. With the project currently underway, he thanked the District Development Authority and the local member for Delta Fly and Deputy Forest Minister for their support in rolling out the project. Joel Mipari, National MTV News, Kamusi, Western Province.
A veteran teacher from Lake Campbell shares long-standing road challenges and welcomes new developments, improving access for students and communities.
Alfie Uwe, a teacher from Lake Campbell, has served for 21 years and says the only mode of transportation is by road for marketing, medication and student movement to secondary and high schools. He also noted on the long walking distances with hours of walking.
Walking, they walk. Walking from Lake Campbell to Kamusi, it's quite a distance. So they have to overnight one day at Wowie Falls. From Wowie Falls, they have to walk through this rough road made by RH. They normally walk and then they overnight in the middle, and then from there they reach Kamusi. And then they do their market and they normally move back.
He says movement back and forth is through roads and services in areas such as Lake Campbell, Wawoi Falls, Musula, and other road access areas have faced ongoing problems accessing transport.
So those people are also suffering. Like Musula wants to, they are suffering. They have to cross big river like Turama, and then they normally come to Kamusi. So they take about 2 days also in the middle to reach Kamusi. And our people at Kawarasi too, they normally walk 2 days to Kamusi.
He adds that the logging company only build roads to cut trees and never fix them. However, with the new developments, missing road links and a 40-meter bridge along the Wawoi Falls area will improve access, which he praised.
Province. So now we are happy that our leaders, our political leaders, are trying to bring in road for the sake of the need of the people. I think we are happy about this. I know that this will solve our 50 to 60 years problem that people were facing.
Joel Mipari, National MTV News, Kamusi, Western Province.
The National Fisheries Authority held its 2026 dedication service under the theme Strengthened for Stewardship at the APEC House in Port Moresby today.
You are blessed that people are winning.
Speaking to the National Fisheries Authority staff in Port Moresby today, the Managing Director Justin Ilakini said 2026 will be a year of implementation with God at the center. Mr. Ilakini said for the past 3 years, the authority has come up with policy changes and reforms, but this year 2026 will be the time to implement those policies.
This year will be a year of implementation. We've done a lot of work in the last 3 years. The reforms, the structural, especially the structural reforms and legislative changes and all that. And we're at the last leg of the change agenda that we started 4 years ago, close to 4 years ago now, where the Fisheries Management Act will be amended and some of the changes will be incorporated in that. So once that's done, the reform process would have effectively ended. So the period of launching reforms and policy changes, we've done that in the last 3 years, 6 months. Starting this year, going forward now, it's an year of implementation where we will take a step back and see any areas that we need to correct, and then we will move forward into the next 50 years as we reset ourselves.
The Managing Director also highlighted on the 11 key priority areas guiding 2026 and how the National Fisheries Authority will work towards accomplishing these priorities.
The first key priorities for 2026 would be implementation of a national surveillance platform.
Passage of the Fisheries Capital Limited Authorization Bill and the authorization of the FCL. Reset of the National Fisheries College. Number 4, strengthening fisheries research and extension support services. Implementation of aquaculture and tuna domestication strategies. 6, development of coastal fisheries rollout strategy. 7, market access development. 8, promotion of downstream processing and value adding. Number 9, strong stakeholder consultations. Number 10, maintaining regional and international fisheries leadership. We must submit our audited annual reports to Parliament.
Furthermore, he encouraged his staff to interact, be in peace, and work towards the next 50 years.
3, 2, 1, go!
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the National Fisheries Authority Managing Director, Justin Ilakini, said the authority has put in the work for the last 3 years in making sure that its books are audited for the minister to submit the annual report to Parliament in 2026.
This is part of the many reforms and policy changes the National Fisheries Authority has undertaken in cleaning the 10-year books. With the need to improving its financial governance systems, Mr. Ilakini said the cleaning process comes under the change agenda that the National Fisheries Authority has started in the past 3 years. He explained that the cleaning process is to make sure that all of the NFA's books are audited. The managing director further highlighted that auditing of books is to get the authority to comply with the Finance Management Act going forward.
So I just want to make it clear to I think people out there that the findings of the AG is part of our process that we've started 2 years ago in making sure that all of our books are cleared for our minister to submit to Parliament so that the NFA can be compliant to the Finance Management Act. And yes, that's part of some of the reforms that we've done over the last 2 or so years. And these are the results coming out now.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nah. Yum.
Beef stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion-kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rule. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go?
Theatist for all your school stationery.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, met with the management and staff of Frabella PNG Limited, Majestic Seafood Corporation Limited, and Number One Seafoods Limited in Ley Morobe Province to inform them of the direction the government has undertaken for the fisheries industry of Papua New Guinea.
Minister Maru said while 80% of the 550 metric tons of fish caught in PNG waters is not being processed in Papua New Guinea, PNG is importing approximately $36 million worth of processed fish. Minister Maru said this is unacceptable and Papua New Guinea cannot continue to allow this. He said the government has made a decision to start the Madang Integrated Special Economic Zone, specifically for the fisheries sector, to build 10 new canneries and processing plants in this special economic zone. The intention is to have the processing capacity in the country to process all the cats for every licensed boat that operates within Papua New Guinea's waters. Leading up to the launch of the joint venture cannery between the state and RD Corporation in Madang next month, Minister Maru invited these companies to look at the possibility of expanding their operations to the proposed MISZZ. He explained that the government's vision is to provide land to other investors across the Pacific to build their canneries in this proposed special economic zone. Also noting the investor challenges in the MISZZ, the minister said they will work with the private sector to provide independent power supply, water supply, sewage system, a port, and other enabling infrastructure. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
The Office of the Public Trustee held its annual dedication service today at the West New Britain House in Port Moresby, bringing together management and staff to commit the work year of 2026 to God.
The dedication service was led by Pastor Joseph Walters, who urged the employees to build a strong and firm foundation with God in both their personal lives and professional responsibilities. He reminded staff that integrity, honesty, and faith are essential values, especially for those serving in public institutions.
Place to make a great start in God. So God is very particular about foundation. God is very interested in every minute, intricate, detailed part of a human life, of a society, of a family.
Acting Public Trustee Paul Popuna said the dedication service is an important occasion to officially begin the working year.
A tradition for our office. Although we have a general dedication for all public servants, but Public Trustee Office, we do it specially because we perform a special role. We are dealing with spiritual beings and spiritual nature of the benefits for the deceased people. And so our challenge is more spiritual in nature. So we need special prayers and special coverage and God's protection to.
He explained that the Office of the Public Trustee handles entitlements and other sensitive matters on behalf of the public, making it crucial for staff to remain focused, disciplined, and committed to ethical conduct.
Because God is watching.
Correct.
we know that we are dealing with diseased properties here. Probably something is in the spirit and God is watching. We cannot do anything other than deviate or steal from the widows and orphans. We can't. Although they are not watching, but we know, the Bible tells us, God is watching.
Sure.
So we have read the scriptures.
Mr. Popuna emphasized that corruption can easily undermine public trust and the effectiveness of the office. He encouraged staff to carry out their duties with transparency, accountability, and respect for the law, while upholding the values discussed during the service. He concluded by calling on employees to work together as a team throughout the year and to serve the people with honesty and dedication. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Furthermore, the Office of the Public Trustee has presented a check of 500,000 kina to Kumulsoft to support the office digital transformation and improve its delivery of its services.
The check of 500,000 kina presented to Kumulsoft Company today will be used to assist the Office of the Public Trustee to advance from manual to digitalization. Acting Public Trustee Paul Popuna said the organization is moving forward to embrace digital solutions to ensure they provide efficient, transparent and timely service delivery to the people.
The digital to help us to put everything correctly, especially recording of information. Previously, the office was basically, it was in a mess, to put it in a short nutshell. It was in a mess. It was at the verge of being insolvent. But when we took over with the recommendations,
Popuna explained that the Office of the Public Trustee of Papua New Guinea provides essential and impartial estate administration in managing the legal affairs of deceased, missing and insane persons to ensure their assets are distributed according to the law. He also highlighted that the digitalization program will include training for the staff to ensure a smooth transition into the new digital era.
Our law, the Public Trustee Act, says that we record a file. It's supposed to be recorded, and in 12 months we're supposed to get the lesser administration. But we don't do that because of the manual recording. And in 6 years, the file is supposed to close. But we have filed since 2000 till now. So the enrollment is going to clear all this backlog and put the record straight. The first thing, they're going to correct the record straight. And secondly, it will make it easier to identify the beneficiary.
Kumulsoft Chief Executive Officer Rajul Shah thanked the Office of the Public Trustee for the partnership, describing the collaboration as a shared commitment to innovation and an extra obligation to help humanity through better public service delivery.
And making sure that the PNG community PNG people should get the best out of it. So that's a wonderful initiative, and there is a long way to go, of course.
Yes.
But we are starting over here with the phase 1, and we are very, very happy that we'll definitely achieve this as soon as possible.
The tech company reaffirms to work closely with the Office of the Public Trustee to usher in a new era of digital service delivery, focused on providing timely and high-quality services. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Papua New Guinea Forest Authority have hosted their first of 3 timber legality standard workshop today in Holiday Inn, Port Moresby. The workshop aims to strengthen governance, promote legal, transparent and sustainable timber production in the country.
PNG Forest Authority Director Forest Policy Dembi Skype expressed that forest is an important part of the environment and the legal standard is developed to help the timber production. He says given the fact that PNG government is heading into the direction of downstream processing, the legal standard will be the guide.
And this is becoming more critical now because now the government is moving towards domestic processing. And when we import our timbers through as processed products, the requirements are quite more than what we have when we do the log exploitation because
Despite the concerns of ongoing illegal logging activities in the country, Dembis expressed that they are committed to see all players in the sector operate within the law.
Of timber products because the marketplace is now requiring a legal source of the timber products that are leaving the source of Papua New Guinea and other countries.
PNG Forest Authority Acting Chief Operation Officer Jim Menges says they are committed also to support all players in the sector to reach market.
Addressing concerns around illegal logging and safeguarding market access for PNG forest products.
He says feedback gathered from the workshop will help them to improve a better system.
Distinguished participants, this regional workshop is therefore a very important step in moving from policy to practice.
The workshop will be hosted next in Mamase and Highlands region on February 26th and in NGI region on the 17th of this month. Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
The Central Province Transport Authority today officially launched its new office complex at Gordon's in Port Moresby, marking an important milestone in the authority's growth and service delivery.
The newly launched building has been named Rufina Romana after the sitting governor for Central Province, Rufina Pita, in recognition of her leadership and support for development initiatives within the province. The new facility will provide office space and operational capacity to support CTPA's growing mandate and contribute to ongoing development for transport infrastructure for Central Province. The Managing Director of CTPA, David Jaram, noted that after the launch of the new building, they look forward to work in collaboration with other stakeholders to progress into the future. The authority will work in collaboration with Road Traffic Authority and Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited. The authority also have plans to advance further by tapping into sea and air transport services.
We're doing in the past registration of vehicles and driver licensing, public motor vehicle licensing, and of course heavy vehicle licensing. So those functions that we were doing previously are still going to be continued with some added activities that we would like to take.
The new facility is expected to enhance the authority's capacity to coordinate transport services, including land, sea and air transport, and better serve stakeholders across Central Province.
Currently, the three modes of transport is the land transport, you have sea transport, and we have air transport. So we're more concentrated on the land transport, which is the motor vehicle responsibilities. We'd like now to tap into the small craft, which is more to do with the marine, the sea transport. We did not touch very much on that, and being a coastal maritime province, we'd like to also, get into the activities of ensuring safety at sea.
According to the Managing Director, the construction of the office complex commenced in March 2023 by Salcon Builders as the main contractor at an estimated cost of 9 million kina. The establishment of the new office complex is seen as a key step towards improving transport management and contributing to broader development goals for Central Province and the nation. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2335 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2260, 0.3228 Australian dollars, 0.1837 euro, and 35.22 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher,
and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NAS Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Education Department has introduced a new program called Value of the Month, a value-integrated curriculum, and will be taught in the classrooms to promote positive character development among students starting this month. Education Department and PNG Tribal Foundation had developed the program and will be now accessible to all schools across the country, with teachers incorporating monthly values into everyday classroom instruction. Department of Education Secretary Dr. Uke Kombra has approved the program recently and will be rolled out in all the schools across the country. President of PNG Tribal Foundation Gary Bastin said, as the academic year commences, this month's value is respecting time, respecting people, to be taught in the classroom by teachers. He explained that in Papua New Guinea, time is often flexible, PNG time or one talk time, but punctuality is a leadership strength. It shows respect, discipline, responsibility, and reliability. Teaching punctuality equips students with habits that influence academic success, future employment, family life, and community leadership.
Sentencing PNG National Coordinator for Education, Manasseh Davies, said 10 values are packed in a package and each value will be given in classroom teaching for students with practical approaching to take. He said this is their second program introduced in schools after the MOU was signed with the Education Department last year. Education Department Guidance and Counseling Division Assistant Secretary Alan Jim and Mr. Bastin had virtual meeting with guidance officers from all schools in the province that will start to introduce the program in the classroom. Moving to overseas news, Russia and Ukraine have exchanged prisoners of war after agreeing to the swap during a second round of U.S. brokered peace talks in Abu Dhabi.
Both nations handed over more than 150 prisoners each at an undisclosed location on the border. It is the first prisoner exchange since October. Video shows Ukrainian soldiers wrapped in the national flag and disembarking from buses in the snow. POW exchanges are the only concrete steps that have emerged from the talks. Both sides have failed to agree on a ceasefire after nearly 4 years of war, but have described the talks in the UAE as productive. Moscow is demanding Kyiv cede land and pull troops from the eastern Donetsk region, while Kyiv is insisting on security guarantees from its allies. The US military says both sides have agreed to re-establish military dialogue for the first time since the war began. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says another round of talks will be held soon.
Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is in Jakarta to sign a security treaty with Indonesia that will see the countries jointly consider how to respond to security threats.
Anthony Albanese has touched down here in Jakarta to meet with Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto. The purpose of this meeting is to formally sign a security treaty between the two nations. Now, this was agreed to in November in Sydney last year, but this is the final step, the formal inking of it. At the heart of it is deeper defence ties between the two nations. Not only are they agreeing to consult more regularly on a leader-to-leader basis on security matters, but also they're agreeing to consult and consider what they might do in response to either country facing a security threat. Now, some analysts say that this is more of a symbolic pact because of that language, and we don't know all the finer details of the pact, but we have previously heard the government say, well, it's not all that often that we do make an agreement with another nation to consult each other on these sorts of matters and vice versa. So they're arguing this is significant. Now, Indonesia is a country that is non-aligned, and we have seen President Prabowo have meetings and relations with China's president, Russia's president. Australia knows these conversations are going to continue, but what it wants to do is build these deeper discussions and relationships to help build on peace and security in the region, particularly as China's military might grows.
Iran and the U.S. will hold nuclear talks in Oman today. Tensions between the two countries remain high, with President Donald Trump repeatedly threatening to launch airstrikes.
Well, there's been quite a bit of diplomatic drama over where these talks would be held and whether they would happen at all. But Iran and the US are meeting in Oman today to see if they can come up with an agreement on Iran's nuclear weapons program and avert a conflict erupting in the Middle East. US envoy Steve Witkoff is meeting with Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in the Oman capital of Muscat. The pair actually met in Oman last April, but this is the first time that these two countries are meeting since the US bombed Iran's nuclear facilities during the 12-day war in June last year. But the reason that this meeting is happening now is that President Donald Trump has sent warships and fighter jets to the Middle East, threatening to strike Iran if it didn't come to the table for these nuclear negotiations. The US is demanding that Iran freeze its nuclear program and get rid of its stockpile of enriched uranium, which is the main ingredient for nuclear weapons. It also wants to discuss Iran reducing the range of its ballistic missiles, its support for militant groups in the region, and also Iran's treatment of its citizens. But Iran has been insisting that these talks focus solely on its nuclear program. On the streets of Tehran, people there have had mixed reactions to this meeting.
I agree with negotiations as long as they are in Iran's interest, not that America dictates terms to us. In the 12-day war, we saw that negotiations were merely a cover for an attack on Iran.
Donald Trump first threatened military action against Iran last month over its deadly crackdown on anti-government protesters. Here in the Middle East, several countries have been working behind the scenes to mediate and make sure that this meeting happens to stop a war breaking out, warning both sides that a conflict could destabilise the region.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mel Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mel Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Netball PNG has recently taken a major step forward in shaping the future of sport by finalizing its strategic plan for 2026 to 2029 during a 2-day workshop.
The two-day workshop plan, run in collaboration with Netball Australia and supported by the Australian government, have seen attendance of 20 participants representing diverse range of perspectives from Papua New Guinea's netball community. The workshop focused on completing PNG Netball strategic plan and refining the high performance plan. The plan sets out clear pathways for athletes' development and high performance programs, ensuring netball continues to grow across Papua New Guinea. PNG Netball President Ulato Awe described the workshop as a milestone in affirming the organization's direction, saying the focus now shifts to delivering and executing the plan. Isabella Narapal, Trukai Sports.
The Basketball Federation of Papua New Guinea, through a statement, has announced that they will have an urgent meeting on Sunday, the 8th of February from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at Tauroma Aquatics Indoor Complex. The meeting will address matters concerning elite basketball competitions. It is crucial for effective interfacing amateur and elite competitions in Port Moresby. Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The OFC Pro League Circuit 2 games is close to ending with last remaining matches. The results will shape their standing and set the stage for Circuit 3 games to be played at Australia.
2 games have been scheduled each day over the weekend at Santos National Stadium. For Saturday, the league leader, Auckland Football Club, will face Solomon King Football Club, while PNG Akari Football Club, who's still aiming for their first win in the competition, will take on South Island United. On Sunday, South Melbourne Football Club, sitting second on the ladder, will clash with Vanuatu United, who's yet to claim their first win in the competition. For the second match, Tahiti United will meet Bula Football Club. With this final lineup, teams will be playing hard to secure vital points before round 3 of games kicks off later this month. Isabella Narapal, Trukai Sport.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Theatist for all your school stationery.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Morning Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy periods with possible afternoon showers. Daru, partly cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms in the afternoon. Kerema, partly cloudy periods with few showers. Alatau, cloudy periods with showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with showers. In the Momase region, Ley City, few showers throughout the day, clearing to find in the afternoon and evening. Madang, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Wewak, partly cloudy periods with few showers. And Vanimo, cloudy with some rain showers. In the New Guinea Highlands region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with chances of few showers. Kavieng, mostly fine. Kokopo and Rabaul, mostly fine with possible afternoon showers. Kimbe, partly cloudy with possible afternoon and evening showers. Buka, partly cloudy with possible afternoon and evening showers. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with rain showers. Goroka Barnes and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with few rain showers. Manditari and Wabek, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. In the coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG to Indonesia border to Daru, to Kiwai Island to Karama to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Island, seas 0.5 to 1 meters, rising to 1.3 meters along Hood Point to Samarai Island. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafan, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Finchafan through Vita Strait to Sia to Long Island to Madang, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG to Indonesia border, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of New Ireland, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. And waters of Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. In the ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas smooth to slight, northwest to west winds of 5 to 15 knots. In the Solomon Sea, southwest to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. In the Bismarck Sea, seas slight, northwest to southwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. In the Pacific Ocean, seas smooth, east to southeasterly winds of 5 to 10 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, the 6th of February 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.